And welcome back. If you had a chance to see the Abby video, I did hers before because Ellie now just showed up. So once again, the box is huge. This is Ellie Ultimate Premium Masterline, The Last of Us Part 2, Ellie the Theater. It does contain the bonus part, which is the Revolver, and 65 is 600. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of do this video. It's gonna start off pretty close to the last video like I did with Abby. And if you didn't see that one, that's okay. I'm gonna kind of show you what's in the box, and then I'm gonna put it together off camera, and then we'll get back and talk about the statue and show it off. When you open the box, this is what you're gonna see right on the top. Just a little bit of information for you, storage, the parts, and then on the other side, it's going to explain to you how to put it together. It does take batteries for the light, just like the Abby statue. And then I'll go ahead and assemble this. I hope everything is intact. The way that I got this box, the shipping box was damaged up, and I didn't even get a tracking number for this. So it was quite interesting the way it showed up. But hopefully everything is okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and open this up and show in the next video what it looks like when you take this box apart. When you open it, here are the parts, and there is actually another layer underneath here that holds the base and the swappable, I would imagine, the arms and the head and everything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all that together. It's gonna be fun, and then we'll go ahead and show the statue. Enter Ellie. She looks fantastic. She was much more easier to assemble than Abby. Less parts put together. She does come with another 2 swappable arms that come with a revolver, and she has another swappable head. Whereas, let's see, she looks great. I want to get a little closer with her, so you can just kind of see the detail that they put into this. This is a 1/4 statue. And this baby is huge. And we'll go to the back side here in a second. The back side doesn't really have a whole lot more to look at. You've got your paint thinner can right there, a beer bottle. She does come with 2 beer bottles, and Abby does as well. I did take a picture of the bottom of the statue so you can see it. The backpack looks great. Definitely just like in-game. It looks fantastic. And some of these parts you see loose, whether it's a couple strands of hair by her face, these little strings here on the backpack, even little parts on her tennis shoe, they kind of move. Even this moves right here on the paint can. Really good job. Before I go further, one thing that kind of sucks is that the light does not work. I even took the batteries out of the other statue that I have, and it works fine. I've tried about 6 batteries, so you know what, I'll just show you. So this right here is just for cosmetic purposes. There's really nothing that this does. But if you lift this up, the batteries go underneath, and then I put that back, and you should be able to push that button and the light comes on. And unfortunately, I have faulty wiring because that does not work. So that kind of sucks, but it happens, right? And here is the other head. This is more the angry face Ellie. Once again, that tattoo looks fantastic. There's a revolver, no finger on the trigger. She is stalking Abby. Now, all these parts are magnetic. So you can just pop the head on, take it right off. Everything stays in place very firmly. Here they are facing back to back, and I'm going to turn them in a second so you can see this is more of like a size. They're roughly the same size in height, to be honest. Well, what the statue or the backdrop reaches up to. Ellie's much more crouched and stealth, and Abby is standing up more tall and firm. Just swapping sides. There you can see both of them. Now there was a nice little Easter egg on both of these statues, and I missed it with Abby, but she has a quarter and she collects those in the game, and then Ellie actually has cards on hers, so that was kind of neat that they put those on these statues. And here they are, about ready to tear each other apart. It is a beautiful collection, and it is nice having both halves instead of just one half. It's pricey, but I'll get into a lot more of that at the end of this video. I just kind of wanted to show these two together side by side. And in the next little clip, I'm going to put Ellie in a size comparison. But it is a cool standoff, I'm not gonna lie. It looks great. They are heavy, so if you do plan on getting something like this, make room because they're big, and then make even more room for the box because the box is a lot bigger as well. Little size comparison for statues that are a smaller scale. Give you an idea of just how big this is, and I'm very much impressed with it. She wasn't much different in pricing in terms of Abby's cost, and there's some stuff I'll say at the end of this video, but I think you get the gist of it. It is nice, it looks great. There are things that my camera are not going to catch, and that's just these little details of, I don't know if it's going to get it, but like you can see like little freckles on her arm. There's little veins that you can see running through her arm. Same thing with Abby. Abby's got like drips of sweat on her that I don't even know if my camera's gonna catch it. Her eyes look great. They look glossy. I mean, it's really quite amazing the detail that they put into this, even her wristband. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up with a couple comments at the end, and then give you my 2 cents what I think. Final thoughts on the confrontation in the theater, 1/4, Abby and Ellie. Combined together, they were tax. The shipping wasn't bad. I believe the shipping was roughly around $112 for each of them. Together, they came to over $2,300, and that, it's a lot. It's a lot for something that is going to end up on a shelf and collect dust, or something that's going to end up in a display case. And I say that in a sense of, I don't solely collect statues, and an avid statue collector would probably argue, well, you get what you pay for, you know, it's a 1/4 statue, it's quality over quantity, and I get all that. But in the video game world, my spectrum for what I collect for merchandise is such a wide spectrum. And even outside of that, I tend to collect watches and jewelry and autographs and sneakers. And so for me, this, I just don't think you have to spend this much. And this is coming from someone who actually bought both of them. I don't think you have to spend that much, to be honest, on statues. I've been very happy with the statues I've purchased in the past, whether they were domestic or internationally, and they cost me $300, $400, $500. But when you start getting up to the thousands, I mean, you're pulling down some serious money, and these statues are huge. You really got to make room for them. You really got to make even more room for the boxes, because I can't imagine people throwing the boxes away. It's a nice collection. You can turn the lights on, turn the lights off. The details are great. I give Prime One Studios
an A for quality. I mean, just like even Abby has little cuticles on her fingernails. Ellie has little blemishes on her skin, and her sneakers look a little torn up. Like the attention to detail is spot on. But I gotta be honest with Prime One Studios, and you can Google this and look things up on your internet, but their shipping and handling is kind of all over the place. I didn't even get shipping notification for Ellie, and she just showed up today. Abby, I got shipping information that it was sent from, I believe, out of Tokyo, and then it comes to California. And when it ships out of California to my address, you get a notification there's tracking available. I got that with Abby. Never got that with Ellie. I also selected the 1 to 3 month shipping, and other people will select the 1 to 3 weeks. I would recommend 1 to 3 weeks. Like if 1 to 3 weeks you're going to throw this much money towards a statue, just do it, because 1 to 3 months becomes a waiting game. Furthermore, if you do want to get a Last of Us statue, I would highly recommend going into this one. I think it is the most badass looking one they made. The only reason why I'm not going to jump in is because A, I bought these two, and then this one got released, and B, the shipping for this is ridiculous. They want over $400. I've never paid more than, I think it was $139 for shipping. I don't understand it. Someone can maybe explain it to me, but I just don't think you should ever have to pay this much for shipping. But again, Prime One Studios, I'm not a fan of their shipping and handling, their policy and communication. I think it could be better. But when it's all said and done, if this is something that you like, again, they are great looking statues. I just don't want to make a video where it's something of me saying, hey, I got this and you should too. It's great. I don't want to blow smoke up people's ass. You don't have to spend this much on statues. And I purchased both of these. And I can tell you right now, you can find really great quality stuff out there and fun statues. I've got a Silent Hill one coming. That was like maybe 400. I have another statue coming that was maybe 600. And I've gotten a lot this year, but it's been a year of statues. But again, I also collect a lot of other things. So good luck to you. And I hope this video made sense. I hope everything, if you want to get something like this, great. If not, you can just watch videos on YouTube from people like me and other popular channels. You can kind of make a decision based on what you think is worth it. And have a great weekend.